really been opening up about the free agency process. And one specific quote that almost every other team's fan base has been hanging on to is Tom Brady essentially said that one team was in on him and that by the end of his process, they weren't in on him. And the guy they were sticking with, let's just say it surprised Tom that they were sticking with him. So my question to you, Jesse, is do you think the 49ers snubbed Tom Brady?
Man, I don't know. Let me first start out by saying this.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that he's talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. And the reason is because they made no qualms. They did talk to Tom Brady. They were kicking the tires on Tom Brady. They admitted all of those things last year. Then they said that they believe that Jimmy Garoppolo can be an all-time great in this league and that they were ultimately sticking with him, and that's the decision they were making. So who else fits the bill of who he could be talking about? Maybe there's another team out there that I just don't know about, but to me, that team clearly is San Francisco, and that player clearly is Jimmy Garoppolo. And another reason that he could say that about a Jimmy Garoppolo is because he played with Jimmy Garoppolo. He competed against Jimmy Garoppolo, and he knows, listen, he's not going to come out and just flat out say this about any player in the league, but he will say it about a player because that player is a thorn in his side. That player is who New England thought about moving on from Tom Brady in the first place for, thorn in his side number one. And now he's stopped him completely from going to a team that he wanted to go to, which was his childhood dream to play for the San Francisco 49ers. And he's thinking, this guy again, are you for real? What do you see in him? This is twice now that I'm not able to get what I want because this player is in my way. And I don't know if you're watching, but this guy's not very good. What does everybody else see in him? So, yeah, I absolutely believe that he is talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. And did they snub him? I don't know if they snubbed him per se, but they definitely made the wrong decision. They 100% made the wrong decision. And my whole mindset went back to when the 49ers had a chance to get Peyton Manning, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Harbaugh went all in on making it happen. Now, it ultimately didn't come to fruition, and it's unfortunate because the 49ers definitely could have won a Super Bowl with them, but it was the exact opposite of what this regime did when it came to Tom Brady, who is the greatest quarterback of all time. Based on what? Because if anybody watched tape of what Tom Brady actually looked like as he was exiting New England, that Tennessee game, he was throwing darts all over the field and no receiver could get any reception. It's not because of his arm that they lost.
Oh, yeah. No, Jesse, I think Vish explained this perfectly. I think Monday with Grant, he was explaining that Tom Brady at the time, his arm was still strong, and it still is right now, but he wasn't as aggressive as he had been in past years because he didn't have the confidence in the team around him to be able to get it done. If you look at what he's doing in Tampa now, just versus 2019, he's being much more aggressive with his throwing. So I think that's definitely a part of this. And I would just want to make sure